Earlier we have studied about the condition, but today we will learn about the looping. How can I do the looping in any such a string, any series, or anything else where you want to be looping? Looping means if you want to be iterate something for a certain number of period, that is called looping. Means if you want to do something work repeatedly, that is also called looping. So here we can see how we have applied looping condition in each and every situation, like for the list, for the dictionary, and for the tuple, and last one is for the sets. Then after that we will also learn about the enumerate function. It is a very essential function which is used in data science rigorously. So here we learn about the looping, why looping is so important. Let's see, if you want to be do something work in your life which is rigorously repeating, so developing such kind of programming skills as for the developer is just because of I want to be develop such kind of program, so we reduce our human effort to do that work. So without looping it can't be possible to achieve that scene. So here we will see how can apply for loop in list. Let's see, here is the list of a name: Margot, Karthin, Priscilla. Here is list. So let's see, write this list in a name. List name. Let's see, take it. Okay, I write it. Then after that we want to be print each and every name. So first way is to write like print list name 0 and 1 and 2 and 3 and so on. You can write it by the nexting method, you will get that value, and then after that print. But I do not want to write such a big line of programming. Let's see, here is a 3 elements, so you need to only 3 print function you have to write it. But if you have multiple elements like 10,000 elements, then how is it possible to write something like this, to write the function of print function for each and every element? Is it possible? I think so. It's a very difficult. So for this, looping is came in the picture, and here you can see how it is beneficial. So let's see, first of all you have to write it here tag, that is for, and let's see in a for here is list. So in element will go one by one elements, and here I will store all elements in a variable name, that is I, and it will go one by one by the for. So by the for it will iterate all of them, and by the I it will store all element in a single individual. and by the in method it will go in list. So let's see how can I write it. So here you can see let's see, only 2 lines is enough to write to print out whole elements of this list. So is it possible without any looping? I hope so. It's very difficult. So for loop is very essential. Then after that we will see the application in a dictionary. How can I apply the for loop here? So here you can see the key 1 is 1, key 2 is 2, key 3 is 3. So let's see, write this here in a dictionary. Here is the value key 1 is 1, key 2 is 2, key 3 is 3, and we want to be iterate the whole key values. So if you iterate here like anything, so it will give a only key value. But if you want to be take values, so you have to write it dot value. First of all, let's see how key value is printing here. So you got key 1, key 2, key 3, but we want to be values. So let's see, write it this function. So whatever the dictionary value, after that you have to write it value function here, then you will got value. I hope so 1 2 3. Then after that, if you want to be write, if you want to be print like for IV, you can see how we will print here the key and value pair. So I hope so, key equal to 1, value equal to 2, like that we will got it here. So here we are getting some error. Sorry, here you have to write it items. After that you will get key and value here. I got same thing for the tuple. You can also write it here like this way. First of all, you have to write it whatever the length, then after that you have to create the range for that length, and it will take initial number, and then after that it will exclude last one. So it will start from the 0 and excluded the length, whatever the length number. So let's see how it works, and we will also do same thing by the in method. Invalid characters in identifier. Okay, we got it. But I do not want to be writing range function. We want to be only in function. So whatever the value in this, you can print it here for us. So same thing you can do like list. It will print all of them presented in the tuple. Then after that you can write it for the sets. You could see here is the problem of indentation. I hope so. Okay, so first of all we have to replace it whatever the value here we are written. Oh, okay, we wrote it here and we got same thing. Okay, then after that you have to see here the enumerate function, how it works. So enumerate function, if you want to be list out something, values as well as object of the whatever the present in the list. So like what enumerate function does, it converts the object from in the with the index. So whatever the corresponding index here in the list, it will convert the object. So here you can see how enumerate function work. If you want to be object as well as whatever the corresponding index, if you want to be get the value in your life, might be it required to every time. So you have to write it enumerate function, then list whatever the list we have, and this enumerate function will give you two outputs. One is whatever the object and corresponding to whatever the index. So here we will get, I hope so, apple 1, bananas 2, apple 0 or bananas 1, like that you will get here. So likewise you can get here whatever the index, then after that whatever the value of that object. So let's see, here we got it. Okay, okay, I got it. So today is the end of the for loop, and then after that we will learn while loop in the next class. And just due to this lack of time, I have just trying